Hey everyone, am I the only one that has a basket like this? I mean, I've got paint, samples, flashcards, lots and lots of flashcards. I think the reason I have so many different things like this, when I first started junk journaling, you just try to find the cheapest things, and I saw a lot of things that were being done with flashcards and time cards and whatnot, like this. I make a lot of these kind of things. And so I ended up with this whole basket. Ridiculous. And playing cards. Lots of playing cards. We're going to turn them into these. Aren't they cool? Now, a couple of them I have sewn around and decorated up. Put little charms on. Put backings on. And I don't know if you'll notice, but this is some of the jelly printing paper that I done in a previous video. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, you know I like to make things and you still be able to tell what they are. And that's why I usually don't back my playing cards for a couple of reasons. One, sometimes they have really cool backs like this one. These are Rook cards. I've never played Rook, but I thought it was kind of cool for the Halloween season that they had the crow on the back. Aren't these cool? I love the ones with the windows and the pumpkin. I love them all. This digital is by Laura Spicer, and I'm telling you, they are perfect for these. Look, aren't they cool? I love the windows. I ran out of ink, so some of mine are kind of faded looking, but I still loved it because I thought it still worked for Halloween. Again, these are the Rook cards. I think I did all the Halloween ones on Rook cards. So here is what I used to print my digitals on. It's laser inkjet clear labels. It says labels, but it's one whole piece. Full sheet labels. 8.5 by 11. I did make sure and get the matte clear because I didn't want it to be shiny. And I just got the cheapest brand. I got these off of Amazon. This is what they look like. When I took it out, I thought, great, so it's wrong. It's not what I wanted because all I saw was this, white sheet on both sides. But as you peel it, this part is clear. So what I did, I just printed different digitals. I did some Halloween, fall, Christmas. I went crazy on this because I love all of the seasons. Oh, here's some of Laura's digital, but I hate showing this because my printer was going out, so this doesn't show as vibrant as her digitals are. This isn't one of hers. This was some grungy flowers I had. Just printed some of those, and I'm making a journal out of this cover, so I copied this onto some of this paper, and it looks a lot more vibrant than my actual material, but I still think it's going to work. I did some Christmas. Thought that was kind of cool. More Christmas. Done lots of Christmas. Here's some more fall. I think I want to cover some of these. Look at those. Look at all those leaves. Aren't they beautiful? Laura has a fall watercolor digital in her shop, and I haven't printed those off yet, but I know, they're beautiful scenes, like log cabins. And wouldn't that be cool? With the water and stuff, that would look so cool on a bigger flashcard. So I'm just flipping through some of the digitals that I printed. Mostly fall, some Christmas. Lots of pretty Christmas. Oh, and I printed some of these that are like ATC cards. I thought they would be the perfect size for a playing card. Okay, so let's just start with one of the Christmas sheets so I can show you that it is possible to get 10 playing cards on one 8.5 by 11 sheet. So because this is directional, I'm going to lay all of mine vertical so that my little Christmas bulbs are correct. But you can lay out, if it was a non-directional paper, you could lay it like I'm showing you right here, 4 across the top, and then you would turn them horizontal and do 2 rows of 3 on the bottom, so you'd have 10 cards total. As I turn my paper over, now if you're going to cover the back of yours, you can do this all in one swoop. And on the Christmas one, I actually am going to cover the back of mine because I made some really pretty blue tea dyed paper. So I'm going to cover mine with the back of it. So you just make sure your cards are facing the right way. So I guess it doesn't matter that I used the nugget, huh? I didn't have to have blue at all. I'm going to cover the back and just lay them down. Then I like to just take a bone folder or whatever you're using just to smash them down really good. Oh, I did have 2 cards. If you're not going to sew, I would probably use something a little better like Fabri-Tac. If you're going to sew, probably just glue stick would work on the back of this. Now I just take my sheet, without the glue stick preferably, and lay it down. Trying to line it up, but I don't know that I'm going to do a very good job with that. I'm just going to go over them again, making sure they're really stuck down. And that's it. Just like that. Look at those beautiful cards. Aren't they pretty? Now we just cut them out. I'm going to do some with these things. I do think that when you're using the sticker paper, because it's clear and you really want to see what you've printed, you want to see your digital, it's probably best to steer away from really colored ones like this. I think these work better with the decoupage because these have lots and lots. This side looks just like this, but with all the decoupage, you probably wouldn't have known what it was. Just like this, there's a lot of different colors. I think that if you have a lot of busyness on your card, it's probably best to stick with something darker that covers a lot of that where you really can't see what's underneath. But like for your playing cards, your time cards, even library cards, I think the digitals work best because you can still see what's coming through. You can still see what it's been made from, but your digital will show up very beautiful. Loved the way this looked. A big long strip, so I thought it would look really pretty on a time card. So I'm going to lay out some of these. Just different things I'm going to be able to fit on this sheet. And I'm just going to fold this back. Not going to peel it all off because I'll have it stuck to everything on my desk. Main thing is that when it's directional like this, you really have to pay attention to that part. If you want it to look right, if you don't want it to lay sideways. So I'm just going to pull it back as I'm using it. Put some playing cards down. I love the doors. I think they look, you could use guest checks. Would look really cool. Then just burnish it down. I think I'm going to put a piece of paper. This is just a piece of digital paper that's a scrap, but I think it's going to look neat with some of that on it, so we'll do it like this. Kind of got it over my card, but I can trim that down. And see how pretty that looks. You can still see the girls, but you still know it's a flashcard behind it. And you really don't even have to cut. Once you get it started with your scissors, you can kind of just go along the edge and pull, and it will take that off. But isn't that pretty? This would make a good matchbook. Like these would be on the front of your matchbook. Or maybe not even a matchbook, but like a, just fold it over to make a notepad out of it. Here's the extra piece. See, isn't that a pretty scene? And then you have a writing spot on the back. I'll cut this off where there's no sticky. But now you have a really pretty writing spot just to tuck in your winter journals, your Christmas journal. And because I was stingy with my print paper, you can see that I didn't quite get my card covered. So what I'm going to do is just nip that off. But you could always ink around it and you don't lose any of your card. But I'm not really concerned with that. I just cut mine off. It's kind of like a masterboard. When you turn it over to cut it, you never really know what you're going to get. You can still see underneath that it's a library card. You can see the lines. You can see at the bottom. I don't know that you can tell on this one very well. You can here too. In the snow, in the windows. You can tell what it is. And you have great writing spots. You don't have to back it. Aren't those wonderful? Even made some baby ones. So definitely try these out. Let me know what you make with them. Which ones are your favorites? Do you like Halloween? Or do you prefer the Christmas? I love being able to put charms on them. I like the ones with the charms. Gonna have so much fun with these guys. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.